Hello there, welcome back to Jennie Designs with Paper. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I need to make a bunch of masculine cards, so get comfy and let's get crafty. On my desk, I have my waffle flower circle dies. I have an old Stampin' Up! Birch Trees embossing folder. I have 6 pieces of brown or wood grain pattern paper from a 6x6 pad from Michaels. I have 2 of each different design because that's what I could find in that pad of paper. I also have on my desk 2 12 by 12 inch pieces of pattern paper from Stampin' Up! Old ones from my stash. I have 3 pieces of 110-pound white cardstock on my desk, as well as some ephemera from Stamperia. When I am mass producing, I tend to do everything all at one time. So first is the cutting. I cut the cardstock down to card bases. They will be USA 2 size card bases. And then I've taken the pattern paper and the 12 by 12 pad, or pieces rather, I'm cutting down to 4 by 5¼ inches. Except for one 4-inch strip. I'm leaving that whole of both pieces of paper, both patterns, because I'm going to use that to die cut the circles. The brown or wood grain pattern paper from the Michaels pad, the little 6x6 pieces, they're being cut down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And that is the paper I'm going to run through this embossing folder. So off camera, I took care of all that because that took a minute, and my camera doesn't even show that. The next step is a little bit of ink blending to add some texture and grunge and make them look a little bit more nature-y. So I've taken some walnut stain distress oxide ink and a foam ink blending tool. I've gone around all 6 rectangles, and then I'm going to do the same thing around all 6 circles. I have 3 yellow and 3 green. They're both pattern paper, both different. Wow, words are hard. They are both patterns, but they're subtle patterns. I am also going to take this walnut stain distress ink and go around the outside edges of the embossed pattern paper. This is a very thin pattern paper, and there are a couple of pieces that I stuck through the embossing folder the wrong direction, but whatever, we're moving on. I am also going to take that distress oxide ink and go around each of the pieces of these little ephemera animals and fish because they're too white. They're too white. So once I have that all done, it is assembly time. So first we're going to create all 6 card bases at 5½ inches. So I will have 6 USA 2 cards, top folding portrait style cards, 5½ inches tall by 4¼ inches wide. Then we're going to fold them on their score line and burnish them with a Teflon embossing folder, Teflon bone folder. I use the Teflon one because it doesn't leave a shiny mark on my cardstock. And then it is just assembly time. And when I get to this stage, I generally put one card all the way together or most of the way together. So we'll start with one card base. I will add 1 piece of either green pattern or yellow pattern paper, 1 piece of the embossed paper that went through the birch tree embossing folder, 1 circle, and then I'll move it off to the side and move on to the next. So this yellow and green pattern papers from Stampin' Up! And they have the same colors in them. They're not from the same collection, I don't think. And to be honest, I don't even know anymore. My 12 by 12 paper is so, unless it's glued together in a book, it's just in drawers, sorted by color. So, it is what it is. But once I have all 6 of the cards put together with their pattern paper, their embossed paper, and their circle, then I will lay them out on my desktop and attempt to figure out which piece of ephemera I want to go where. Now, these ephemera pieces are, like I said, from Stamperia, and they're a little bit thick. They're like chipboard pieces, and they're kind of glossy, and they're not my fave because they're glossy, but that's okay. We're going to work with them anyway. I have a deer, a squirrel, a bird, some foxes, and some fish. Lots of fish. The fish kind of tended to be more green, so I stuck them on the yellow paper or the yellow circles, and the rest of the animals went wherever there was room left to put them. I am not adding any sentiments to these cards because I can use them for birthdays, I can use them for anniversaries, I can use them for graduation. I just needed some cards that were a little bit more on the masculine side in my stash. And when I need them, I will pull them out and add a sentiment to them. And in fast motion, this is the way that you make 6 cards all at once using everything that is already in your stash. I hope you enjoyed this really fast, really short video. I think the uncut footage was like 30 minutes, so it really was a fast craft day. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I have a couple of other videos here I think you might like. I've also added that subscribe button. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. Leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Tell YouTube you like the video, and have a really fabulous day.